getting the sun from the side. We have to adjust. Sorry guys, we have to make this work somehow. Okay, all right. We are about to start. So you guys will be hearing a whole lot of noise here because I have my little one with me. Let's do this. All right, so sorry, that's mom's life. So sometimes it's like that. I have my little one today, so you guys will be hearing a whole lot of sound and so on and so forth. Anyways, something is not right. Why? I'm trying to get this set up just to make sure that we have it. Okay, yeah, we always double check our sounds. All right, so I apologize for those of you that are going to be watching the replay of this. Sorry, that's how it is. When you have to create content and then you have little ones, you have to do it both ways. Okay, so I'm adjusting myself on camera, so on and so forth. But okay, we are here from the title and all of that. I know you're here to listen to the gist of the Real Housewives of Lagos. We reviewed the episode 5 last time, so this time we are going to be diving into episode 6. Now, like I told you people, episode 5, it is getting hot, it is going down. Okay, like the ladies are not even, looking back, they're giving it hot. So just know that from now onward, you are going to be getting it hot. Today, we are going to try as much as we can to be as fast as we can. Okay, so let me quickly, I always have my notes, right? So let me dive into my phone. Today, I have my notes on my phone. All right, so let me quickly dive in and we will just start immediately, okay? Because I've been trying to do all of this. So yes, welcome back. If you are watching this for the first time, you are welcome. My name is Octavia Cora. Well, I'm not always all over the place like this. Sometimes I'm kind of settled and I can do my thing. But today I have my little one. I have a lot going on around me. She's right next to me here. So yeah, I'm trying to be as quick as I can. So subscribe if you love the show and let's do this. All right. So this episode 6 started with Laura meeting with her friend that owns a modeling agency. Her name is Aisha. So Laura, if you remember, Laura talked about her show in episode 5 and she talked about how she wanted to launch her brand. She talked about the brand and she will be launching it in the fashion show and all of that. You get? So sorry guys, I will try to make this happen. So she talked about how she's going to launch the show. She's going to do her fashion show for episode 5, and she was inviting the girls, the ladies, to come join her, so on and so forth. So that was that. That's how they ended it up. So this episode 6 started from Laura meeting up. Now she has invited the girls, and whole drama of, is she going to invite Choma and Caroline? Are they coming? She says she doesn't care. All of that. That was what happened in episode 5. If you've not catch up with episode 5, then please check out the playlist, because I have the playlist on my channel. You can watch all the reviews so you follow along. The show is only on Showmax, so a lot of people are not able to catch up. Okay, that being said, let's dive right in. Okay, so she met with her friend Aisha that owns a modeling agency, and she had her model so they can, cast the models. So Laura was looking good, she wore this very nice outfit. Laura is always, all the ladies, they always dress nice. Her friend also, Aisha, was looking good. They met up, I'm guessing that was Aisha's office or workplace, or a place that was conducive enough for them to do the job. And Laura was excited. She went in, she hugged Aisha, and she sat down, and both of them were talking. Aisha was like, okay, I'm going to call in the models right now, and then we will just look at them, and some of the stuff they will be wearing will be some of the pieces that will also be included in the show. So she called her, I think there were about 5 models. They came in one after the other, catwalking, all looking good, tall, beautiful models. Okay, Lagos, kudos to you, you're doing a good job. The models, they were all looking good. They walked in one after the other, and then Aisha told them to walk in all together, and then they walked in, did the round, and then lined up for Laura to see them. Laura was looking at them, and then Aisha started talking. Aisha was like, I think these models are good enough. I think these 5 models should be part of the 10 models that we're gonna need in total, because I think they look good, and some of these pieces. And I felt like Aisha really didn't allow Laura to talk, and I think that was kind of weird, that it was Laura's show. So yeah, she should pick the kind of model she wants, even though maybe okay, Aisha is her friend, so Aisha kind of knows what Laura likes. But I feel like when you're working professionally with your friend, even though the person is your friend, you should give the person the opportunity. I feel like my hair is kind of somehow on one side. Anyway. I see, I don't know. Anyway, so I feel like she should have given Laura the opportunity for Laura to kind of select, make her choice, like, okay, this one I want, this one I don't want, or so on and so forth. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself on camera. Anyways, all right, friend, and what are friends for? So that was that, okay? All right. So yeah, Aisha didn't allow her to talk. The next scene they showed was Miriam meeting with Choma, and I feel like, to me, that was like something, when they showed they were like maybe in an eatery, or kind of a place that, a bar, something that you could just grab a good wine and just chill and just have girls talk, that's kind of cool and quiet and calculated, kind of calm place. So when I saw Miriam sitting down, I was like, who's Miriam inviting? I was expecting to see like Tiana, because Tiana is her friend, or Laura, or even Iyabo Ojo, but who showed up? It was Choma, and I was like, oh my goodness, are you serious? They just met, she went for an event in Lagos and in Abuja and all of that. So I wasn't expecting these two to meet, but anyway, they met together and they were talking, and then Miriam asked Choma why Choma didn't make it to Laura's, when Laura invited all the ladies and took the ladies out, why she didn't come. And she said she was still in Abuja, and that's why. And Miriam went further to ask her that, is it that she just didn't want to show up, or it was really that she was tied up in Abuja and that's why she did not make it. What's going on with my hair today? Anyways. All right. So she was asking if she was tied up, that was why she couldn't make it, or she just didn't want to show up for some reason, or she was like she just couldn't make it, and so on and so forth. And then Miriam went further to tell Choma, which I felt like this was just out of order, like she was out of order, it was just out of place. It was not in Miriam's place to start yapping, since she's just coming in, she's the last lady that showed up, that first time was episode 5, right? Okay, so I feel like it was not in her place yet, because she doesn't really know all the ladies very well, except Tiana, that is her friend, right? In the group. So anyways, well, that's the picture, the story they're selling to us. I believe they all know themselves, but yeah, let's just follow the storyline. Okay, so when she started telling her these things, I felt like she was talking too much. She was yap, she was yapping too much. Now, if you're watching this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give us a like. thumbs up and share, okay? Bring the whole family to subscribe. Tell your brother, your cousins, your nephew, everybody subscribe, okay? Thank you. Anyways, let's continue. So she told her that the girls were complaining that they knew that she wasn't going to show. That Laura's like, she knew that Choma wasn't going to show up, and if Choma is not showing up, that Caroline is not going to show up also. And then Choma started defending Caroline, and I really thought that was cool because both of them are friends. They really like each other. They're always there for each other. That's Choma and Caroline. So Choma immediately said she doesn't think so, that she did not even call Caroline on that day. So it's not as if it's something that was planned, that she was in Abuja. She doesn't know what Caroline was up to or what's going on or what was going on with Caroline, but she doesn't think that it was fair for the ladies to think that way, that Caroline doesn't have a mind of her own. That of course Caroline have a mind of her own, and can make her decision and her choices, that it had nothing to do with her and all of that. So she now said to her if she's coming to the fashion show, and she said she doesn't know if she will be coming, that Laura, and then they showed her in her confessional, and she said that Laura has not even you know find the place, or find the route, something that she said, to invite her for her fashion show. But anyways, so Miriam asked her if she was coming. She said, well, Laura didn't invite her, but she said, I want you to come over. It doesn't matter whatever problem you people are having, you people can actually squash it over some other time, but it's just good for you to come. And if you're coming, please bring along Caroline also, okay? Whatever it is, let's just go support the girl. Let's go support like, she's a girl, she's a woman, she's, let's just do this. And Chuma was like, okay, we'll see. I will come, and I believe Caroline is going to show up also. So then Choma asked her, that's Choma asking Miriam, because Miriam has been the one talking all throughout. So now she asked her, do you think you've given all the ladies fair chance in the group? And she said, well, I think I'm in good place with all the ladies. I'm getting along very well with all the ladies except one, which is your friend Caroline. I didn't like the way she welcomed me at your party in Abuja. When I walked in and I greeted everyone, her response was just weird. When I tried to hug her, she just gave her hand and she shook me as if, remember we talked about it in episode 5, where Miriam was like, she shook her as if she had coronavirus or something, and she was just kind of standoffish, and she didn't like that she was coming with free spirit, free heart, and just being all nice and wanting to meet all the ladies, but that this person kind of Caroline kind of gave her this I don't care, kind of like, I don't want to be your friend, I don't want to know you, I don't care about you, we can be in the same place, coexist, but I don't need to know you, I don't need to acknowledge you, I don't need to reference or see anything. That's what she said. And okay, so when she said this, I knew it was going to, episode 7 is going to be tough, because now a lot has been said, so they will need to sit together and they will have to trash it out, you get. So when they said all these things, sorry, my little one is here, she's just distracting me. All right, so let's move on to I have my phone here because I have all the notes on the phone. We will try to do this all in at least 20 something or 30 minutes. Will be done before an hour. All right, so okay, Miriam meeting with Choma. The next stuff they showed, the next scene they showed was Miriam starting to run her mouth and all of that. I think the stuff I just explained now to you. And then next Choma asked if she gave all the ladies Choma defending. What are you doing? Start. Mom is on camera. Okay, so then Miriam invited Choma to the fashion show. Okay, so after all of that, then they showed Tiana talking about her 40th. Tiana has been talking so much about her 40th and what she's going to do, how she's always celebrating her birthday, making it big. It's always talk of town, all the Nigerian blogs, everything, like she just, all the social media, everything, everyone talks about her whenever she's celebrating her birthday. Tiana likes to be loud and all of that. She calls herself the fashion goddess, remember? So whatever she's doing, she loves to do it big. She kind of pushes her brand, uses the opportunity to push her brand and everything. So people know Tiana for that. Okay, so she talked about her 40th birthday and how she's going to be doing it different this time around. She's dedicating it to, I think, her mom or her parents, and she talked about how I think some of her maybe her dad is a Muslim. Also, I know both parents, or they, all of them, they are. But then she said she was going to just buy some stuffs and take it to one of the mosques, and then give it to people there, like slippers, all these things that Muslim people use, like those small kettles that they use for their prayer, that they put water in and they wash them, they wash themselves before they pray, stuff like that. The mat that they put on the floor that they use for their prayer, just all those kind of things that Muslims use. If you have Muslim friends, or you live in a community where, then things that they use. So she bought all those things, bought so many things. They were like jeeps and vans and trucks and all of that. And they went to one of the, I think it's Surulere or somewhere around them. They went, and she just jumped on the truck, these open back trucks and all of that. And she was kind of giving out stuff. They were giving masks, giving things. Oh, but there were lots of people around the mosque. They were outside. They weren't inside the mosque. Okay, so they were outside, like the area where the mosque is. So that's how she celebrated it. And then she was just there giving gifts and all of that. And okay, and guess who showed up? Out of nowhere, Laura shows up. Now, Lagos is a city that is busy, 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 always, 24 hours of the day, 24/7. Lagos is busy. Like, if you live in Lagos, you have to shine your eyes, you have to just be that person, except those few that are bastardly rich, that they live in kind of areas where, okay, not so busy, very expensive houses, like celebrities and businessmen and all those politicians, all those that. But an average person that lives in Lagos, you have to be a kind of shine your eye kind of person. That's how they say it. Like, you have to be smart, you have to be street smart, you have to be a sharp person, a sharp guy, a sharp girl, whatever. So Tiana is that kind of street kind of, she's everywhere, kind of person. But some of the other ladies, they're kind of somehow like being careful, and they're not so much into the Lagos street life and all of that. So guess who showed up? Laura showed up. Oh, the whole area was filled up with so many people all around. And then Tiana sighted her from up, like she was, because Tiana was standing on the truck giving out the gifts to the people around there, the youths, women, men, children, boys and girls and everybody there. And she saw Laura, and she was laughing, and she was like, oh no, that Laura is not going to like this. Like, Laura was almost had like her hands on her, like just holding herself, like, how am I going to pass it? Lots of people there, and so on and so forth. And she was just like, I told her to come up on the truck, or come to the truck and just stay on one side while she's doing her thing. And who else showed up? Miriam showed up with all scarf. Her hair was covered, wearing all covered clothes. I guess she thought they were going into the mosque, so she wanted to just dress and look, and all of that. So she got there, and she pulled her up, and they showed her she was pulling her into the truck. And that one is a street person. That one is, anyhow, she said it before, like, you have to be street smart and all of that if you have to live in Lagos and all of that. So Tiana and Miriam, they're kind of, if it's street, let's do street. Like Miriam said, that for her, she can actually blend into anywhere. If you want it to be like, let's do the bush thing, like the posh, like touche, like we're this, we're that, finesse, this and that, classy, all of that, that she can give you that all day. But if you want the street style, anyhow, anywhere, any day, anytime, she can also deliver on that. And I think that's cool. If you're someone that you live in certain areas, except you live in countries where they have, like, the population is not that much and so on and so on. But come on, for those of you who do not know, Nigeria is a country that there are like 200 million people in that country. Okay, so it is massive. Okay, it is massive. And I think Lagos is one of the most populated states in Nigeria. So living in Lagos, you just have to be prepared. You get. All right, let's keep going. Where are we? Okay, Tiana's 40th, and Laura and Miriam showed up, and I think it was cool that they went to support her. Then up next, they showed Laura's fashion show. Like, it was the D-Day, where Laura has started arranging things. You know how they do fashion shows like behind the scenes, start preparing before guests will start coming, so on and so forth. Laura was so excited. She's like, this is her day. She's launching her brand. She hoped, people like it. She talked about her makeup artist. She had two makeup artists for the show. One bailed at the last minute, and she has only one. She's kind of under pressure now, but she's working models and so on and so forth. But things were going well. They were arranging, making sure the halls are okay, the clothes are ready, shoes that the models will wear, the models are available, models wearing makeups, and every other thing that goes on when they want to do fashion shows. Okay, so that being said, let's move on to the next. Okay, so Laura's fashion show. Okay, so then after that, they now showed Choma video calling Caroline. And Choma was kind of sitting in our dressing room or so on, like getting ready to go out or to go for an event or to go somewhere. And she was getting prepared, dressing up and so on. So she called Caroline and they were talking and she was just chatting with her. I was like, what's up? I met up with Miriam said this, said that. And Caroline was like, look, that lady is just too much. And Choma told Caroline that Miriam said she feels like she's the only one that doesn't really warm up to her, doesn't see her as part of the group or part of the clique or anything, like the way she welcomed her in Abuja. And she was like, well, I have the right to choose my friends, and I feel like the lady is too loud. She came in saying, hello, bitches. We cannot say the B-I-T-C-H word here. She came in saying, hello, bitches, and there are those kind of words and kind of things. And she said she's a mom, and she's a grown woman. She's a working class lady. This is Caroline saying that she doesn't want to be around people that the first time they come into a place, they see you, they're saying, hello, bitches, hello, this, hello, that, and just so loud and saying kind of things. And she was talking about threesomes, this one and that one, that even though you've done these things, some of these things, you should keep them to yourself. That it is not everything you have to talk about. So she just feels somehow that Miriam is just too much. So that's why she was just keeping her distance. Like, it's not that she doesn't want to be, but she wants to just take her time to watch her, study her, know what kind of person Miriam is before she will even, decide if she's going to be friends, and that's left for her. And Choma started laughing. And then Choma was like, okay, okay. And then you could hear her talking to someone on the background saying, losing this, I cannot breathe. Like it's too tight. And she was like, what's going on? I want to see you on a video. And they switched from audio to video call. And she was all dressed up in a very nice black dress, looking all good and so on and so forth. And she was hailing her. Choma is always hyping Caroline. Like both of them, they're always hyping each other. And I really love their friendship. That's cool. So they talked about the event and we're like, okay, they're going to get ready and they are going to show up for the event. Okay, so I talked about how Caroline feels about Miriam. Like Miriam talks too much and Miriam is just out there. Like she's giving her this ghetto vibe. And at this point in her life, she's not ready for all this kind of ghetto chicks and things like that. That's what Caroline is saying. Caroline likes to give this classy, she calls herself the gold digger, she's married to a billionaire and all of that. So Caroline is always careful about everything. She and Choma, they're just giving them. Choma on is overdressed lady. Everywhere Choma is going, Choma will overdress. Choma is dressed to kill. Choma is going for expensive things and all of that. So both of them, they are both fit to be, friends. You get. So, okay. So Choma said to Caroline, okay, so let's see after that what was next. Anyway, so they showed Choma in her confession, and Choma said something that was kind of funny because she said that when Caroline is not good with people, that Caroline actually expects her also kind of beef or not talk to. If she's not talking to someone, that Caroline expects her Choma to also not talk to those people. And I feel like that's kind of strange. I don't get that vibe from Caroline. I just feel like Caroline is a grown woman, and if she wants to do something, she just will go ahead and do it, and she's not looking for backup. But I don't know where that is coming from. Like Choma, I feel like Choma has too much ideas in her head. Choma feels like she's a top chick there, she's everything. So yeah, that's the vibe I get about Choma. But anyways, it's a show. So all right, up next is show Iyabo Ojo came, okay, for Laura's event. Yabojo was the first to arrive among the ladies. Yabojo arrived with her daughter and Derele. Derele was the one hosting. Derele was looking all glammed up, looking all good, wearing like a lemon green, up and down, and looking all. Derele will always be Derele. That's for those of you who do not know who Derele is. Derele is a socialite. He's a presenter, and he kind of dresses sometimes like a drag queen. I would call a Nigerian drag queen, something like that, to best describe for those of you that do not know him. Okay, so that being said, all right, my little one is trying to show her face on my camera, and I don't want that because YouTube, you have to be careful. All right. So go and take a bite. All right. So, okay. It's kind of getting. Let me turn on the light. It's getting dark. All right, so Iyabo Jo came in with her daughter, and I felt like that was cool because Laura was looking for people that were going to walk her runway, so on and so forth. So I thought that was cool that she also brought her daughter along, so her daughter could walk the runway for Laura, and that's just a good way to support. So she was there talking, and Laura was excited to see them, and she was like, they said you're in a hurry. That was Laura talking to Iyabo Jo's daughter. Said, okay, then you're gonna be like one of the first to walk the runway, so you can go back to what you have to do, and that was cool. And then all the girls started coming in one after the other. They were looking good. Tiana came in pink, wearing up and down. Also, Choma was overdressed. Caroline overdressed. And then they came in a little bit late, and everyone was kind of surprised to see them because they know that, like, Tiana most was surprised because Tiana knows that she's not in good terms with these two ladies. That's Laura is not in good terms with Choma, and like they can be in same place and just say hello, but they're not really friends, or even acquaintance. They're always butting heads. So she knows that she didn't invite these two ladies, and why are they here? She didn't know that her own friend Miriam invited Choma and told Choma to bring along Caroline. But anyway, I love the fact that the ladies showed up. That's Choma and Caroline, and they were nice enough to just keep it cool, calm, and supporting the girl. That's Laura, like, supporting her brand and whatsoever. I felt like that was cool. Tiana okay, so Tiana was talking about Caroline and Choma's dressing. She felt like they were overdressed, that they were pretenders. They're not in love or in good terms with Laura. Now they're all here showing up. Why are they like looking all glammed up and like so dressed like they were going for something big? That it's just a fashion show and so on and so forth. That she doesn't like pretense. If she's not in good terms with someone, she won't even show up. That she would have respected them more if they didn't show up for Laura's event. And I felt like, well, I get your point, but I don't think that would be cool. And I don't like the fact that she did not invite her, I do not like the fact that Laura did not invite these two ladies. It doesn't matter what, Choma invited her to Abuja, so she should have invited her also. Okay, so Choma didn't like the so then they started the fashion show. Ne, yes, you auntie. Ne, yes, you auntie. Nah. My little one is saying something. Sorry for that distraction. Anyway, so they started the fashion show, and then Choma did not like the outfits. She didn't like what she was seeing on the runway, so on and so forth. Okay, so Choma said, okay, so let me quote what Shoma said. Shoma said, this is something that she will wear to stay at home or something that she will wear to sleep. That is typical of Laura's style. That Laura's style is just so casual, so like she was almost saying, her words, what Shoma was trying to say, like Laura doesn't really have a style. It's just Laura wears anything or her dress is not up there, it's not up to her standard that she Choma like that's what she was insinuating from what she was saying. Like when she was watching the models walking the runway, she was like, these things are something I'm gonna wear to stay at home, it's not something I'm gonna wear out or something I will wear to sleep, you know. But I feel like some of the pieces were cool, some did look like nightwear, you know. But lately, you know, this fashion trend that people wear this kind of PJ kind of looking wears out and wear to travel and things like that. So that most were those kind of pieces. And she had a lot of blazers and shorts. I feel like the shorts, the blazers and all of that, but Choma was just giving it hot. Like Choma was being mean, but I could understand because she and Laura, they're not friends. So she would, if it's Laura, I believe Laura too would have bashed her. So she bashing Laura, I could totally understand that that's how the both of them they roll, okay? They never see eye to eye. Okay. All right, so Choma said, all right, so then when we were sitting there, I guess Tiana was just there, maybe not feeling the show because she wasn't feeling the fact that Choma and Laura was there. She didn't like it, and she was kind of acting kind of cold and weird. But although she was not showing Choma some stuff on her phone, and Choma didn't like that, although Choma was just looking and sometimes removing her face and trying to concentrate on the models that were catwalking in front of them because they had front seats, all of them. But then they showed Choma in her confession, and Choma said that she doesn't like the fact that Tiana chose this place to show her own designs. Because remember, Tiana is a fashionista, okay? She calls herself the fashion goddess. So she was showing her some piece from her own collection or from her own stuff, and she was like, this is not the right place. We came here to support your friend, and you're here showing me your own things that it's not cool, it's not something. But she didn't tell her, she just said that in her confessional. And I think Choma had a good point with that. Tiana shouldn't have done that. Laura is just starting this out, and Laura is no competition for her, whatever. So she should have just been there to support her fully and not try to distract some of their friends. Okay. All right. So then they showed Choma in her professional. Choma was like, I'm being kind of, I'm kind of being a bitch because she's mean. Okay. Like, Choma knew that the way she condemned all the things, like all the collections, she didn't like anything. She didn't say good about even one piece or even anything, like either a blazer or a shorts or something. She didn't like anything. She was just like, she was being bitchy. She knows that Choma is being bitchy and mean, being bitchy because Laura is mean. You get. So I thought that was very funny, and I like the fact that she added that, and that was exactly what it was. But later on, she now said, well, she liked the shorts and maybe the blazers, and that was just it. And that was that. Okay, so then after, the next thing they showed was the after party. The after party was weird as hell. All the ladies, they were all sitting together, drinks in front of them, so on and so forth. But almost like they were sitting in two different tables. Choma and Caroline and Derele were sitting on a different table. They were talking with Derele, and the lady and the Aisha lady that brought the models and all of that for Laura was also with them, chatting with them. So I think Choma was talking to the Aisha, and then Derele was talking to Caroline. They were just chatting. Then on the other table, you had Iyabo Ojo, and then you had Iyabo Ojo, you had Tiana, and the rest of the ladies, they were just there. Laura wasn't there, but Laura later came in and they showed Laura. She was kind of looking at Tiana's phone, like Tiana was trying to show her something. Okay, so I felt like they should have just come together, but Caroline and Tiana didn't say hello to each other from the first time when Caroline came in, walked in, she greeted everybody, they hugged, shook hands with some persons, but both of them didn't say hi to each other. When they walked into the fashion show hall and sat down, both of them were sitting at the other end, okay? Caroline was rather sitting next to Miriam, which was weird also, and Miriam also started running her mouth like she doesn't want trouble, so on and so forth. I have my little one here, so You guys excuse me for the noises you people will be hearing. So they were just there chatting out. Okay, so up next, okay. So Tiana started, they showed her in her confessional and she was just talking. She was completely bitter. She was just upset. Like she was not feeling Caroline at all. And she was also beefing Choma because Choma doesn't like Laura because they both have beef together. So just like they shouldn't have showed up. Choma is always overdressed wherever she goes to, so on and so forth, that she doesn't get it. That she should just get over it. What is this whole glammed up as if it's something big they were going for? And Caroline, they're both here pretending, oh, Laura, oh, I'm going to buy some peace. And I feel like even though they didn't like, I feel like it's good. This lady starting something new. She's starting her brand, and you all work together. You all are supposed to be some kind of friends or acquaintance. So the little way you can support a fellow human being, even, if not a fellow lady or a fellow Lagosian, that's Lagos, people are staying in Lagos, you call them Lagosians. So supporting a fellow Lagosian, a fellow celebrity, whatever you want to call her, it's just to, even though you're not going to wear that thing, but just buy a few pieces and give them to your workers, because you're all celebrities, so you have people working for you, and giving them as a present, they will really appreciate it, seeing that it's something from another celebrity. There are lots of people that love Laura, her fans, and some people that work with you might also be her fans. So buying these things and presenting to your workers as present, they will love and appreciate it and say thank you to you. So it doesn't really make sense that Tiana is just bitching so much about the way both of them were acting. Yes, they were pretending, but sometimes that's just all you need, like just to be nice to someone and just to be cool. You have to do this. You get. Cool, that's nice. Sorry guys, I have my little one here, so I have to multitask. Anyways, so after that was then Laura came in and grabbed a drink and like, okay, let's make a toast. She was very grateful that all the ladies showed up after everything. And so she tried to make a toast, but before she even said few words, she now mentioned Choma's name, and Choma had her glass already, to toast to whatever Laura wanted to say. And then and everybody was like, oh no, like you just messed it up. You should have just said what you wanted to say, what you wanted us to toast to. We'll all toast and that should be it. But then she stopped and then she started laughing. And then they showed Choma in her confession, and Choma was like, what's going on? You said you wanted this, like you wanted to make a toast. This is your show, this is your day, own it, be you, do your thing. Why do you always have me in your mouth? Like, I'm normal here, I'm not making faces, I'm not doing anything, so why are you even feeling the right to mention my name and all of that? And she said, I feel like Laura really wants to be my friend by all means. And I'm like in her head, like I'm somewhere in Laura's head, like she can never get me out of her brain, her mind, and so on. I feel like, Choma, what are you feeling like? What are you feeling like? But I feel like Laura is kind of giving that kind of vibe that she cares so much about what Choma is doing and so on. But Choma doesn't really care so much about what Laura is doing, and she can just be cordial and okay with her, So yeah, so she finally did the toast, and she's like, toast to more, well, just toast that, I don't know, nothing really made sense. But then the only thing that made sense that she said was to better friendship also. And you're like, and Choma said, and she says, oh, Choma, you. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the vibe you're giving Laura. Like, you really have Choma's time too much. Choma doesn't have your time. She said she's not your friend. You people are not friends, so just let it go, do you, and don't don't stress so much about her or what she's doing. Okay, I'm trying not to miss anything. What's next? Mm. Okay, Chuma should not be shown. Okay, wait. Where is the toast? Okay, all right. Then the next thing was Miriam inviting the ladies to her house. Okay, but that was next. Okay. So after the toast and everything, they chatted a little bit, and then they showed Caroline her confessional. She was like, "This is great. The first time that they've been somewhere, they didn't fight. Everything was positive. She loves it. That kudos to you, Laura. Congratulations and all of that. That nobody fought, nobody beefed, nobody did any kind of yap and anything. That was really cool. But now it's time for her to go home. Okay, so she stood up and she hugged the ladies, and she said she's going to be she just wants to have peace and all of that. Although she's still not feeling Laura, she's like, Laura should get over herself with her drama, that she doesn't have any problem, that it's only God that can help Laura with whatever drama that Laura feels like she's having and all of that. So she stood up and she shook hands, she hugged the lady, said goodbye. This time she hugged Miriam. At least, like, she was almost walking away. And that was Caroline. Caroline was almost walking away, then she came back and hugged her. And they all said, but still, Laura, Tiana was not speaking to Caroline, and Caroline too did not acknowledge her. And they both didn't shake hands, they didn't say hello, they didn't say anything to each other. And Choma kept stressing it that why is that nobody noticed in her confessional? Hello, Elegant. Thank you very much for joining, sis. She said in her confessional that why is that nobody noticed that Tiana and Caroline are not talking. They didn't say hello to each other at all, nothing at all. I'm so sorry, guys. I apologize for the noise. I have my little one here with me, and she's just screaming and singing. Anyways, so that dancing, cigar, dancing. All right, so. So that was that, and then when they left, it was Laura, Miriam, and Tiana that was left, and there was some kind of meat and some like chops on the table and drinking they were eating, and then Laura came in and said, I didn't think these two would come because I didn't invite them. And then Tiana was looking like, and then Miriam said, I invited them, like I invited them. And Tiana was like, say what? You did what? You are my friend. Like she didn't say it out. She was just kind of giving her the side eye, like giving Miriam the side eye. Miriam said that because Miriam was sitting in between Laura and Tiana. And then they showed Tiana in her confessional, and Tiana said, this one that my friend is inviting these two that she knows they are beefing with Laura. That means I have to keep my eyes open. Something is going on. There must be a lot of talking. Something that, or things that I don't know about. I have to keep my eyes open and watch out for this, my friend. And I didn't like the fact that Laura said she didn't care if they came or not. I feel like they showed up. You didn't invite them. You didn't want to invite them. Someone else invited them, but they did come. They were nice to you. They were not rude or anything, even though they were pretending, or you feel they were pretending. You and Tiana felt they were pretending, but you should have just left it at that instead of talking with these other two after they left. Like I didn't care if they came or not, or I didn't think they were going to show up. And so they just talked a bit there, and Miriam was telling Laura to kind of apologize. I don't know to who exactly, maybe to both of them. That's Choma and Caroline, or to one of them, I don't know. But Caroline was like, I'm not going to apologize for anything, like I'm going to be nice to everybody. If I go anywhere, I can be okay. I'm not going to start a fight or start anything, but if someone come for me, I will definitely come for that person. I'm not going to back down from a fight, but I'm not apologizing because I didn't do anything wrong to anyone or anything. But anyways, and she was kind of Miriam was just still talking, and Laura wasn't having it. Laura was like, please, Miriam, like in her confession, I was like, like this lady is just too much. Your own is too much. And she started saying to her, yes, mommy, like that's the normal thing that people do. Like when someone is trying to give you too many advice, you just feel like, yeah, you're not my mom. Some people like, stop talking, you're not my mom. But in other hands, some people kind of can make a joke out of it and like, hey, yes, mom, like just so you keep quiet. So that was the vibe that Laura started giving her. They were laughing. And then Miriam now said, oh, I love the fact that everybody was nice to each other. Everybody was cordial and everything. It was cool. And Tiana asked her, who and who? and she didn't want to answer. She was like, didn't you like the fact that there was no drama? There was no, I was like, but you're not answering my question. And I felt like Tiana was really having it hot. So episode, the next episode, as episode 7, is going to be hot, because I believe Tiana is going to fall out with 1 or 2 or 3 persons, and it is just obvious. And when Caroline will hear the full gist of what was said about her, what will be her response, you get, and all of that. So they were just talking. Okay, so before all the ladies left, that was when Miriam now invited all the ladies to her house, like she is going to host. So the person hosting the next episode is Miriam, that is hosting all the ladies in her house. She said everybody should come to her house. She's hosting. Come hungry, don't eat. They talked about music. Caroline asked her if there's any dress code. She said no, just look good, and all of that. She talked about music, about her playlist, and so she talked about how her playlist is good. They asked about DJ, so she's not bringing any DJ. And she also said that she doesn't want drama, that whatever problem, whatever things they want to have, that they should go and sort it out outside, you get, and not in her house. That if anybody tries to mess up, that she's going to throw that person out of her house. And all the ladies were just looking at each other like you could have had a pin drop. People were not having it. And then they showed Laura in her confessional, and Laura was like, this is not it. You've said this before. You said this so many times. If you want to talk to me, look at me in my face and talk to me. Do not go from side to side, because you know I'm the drama queen. Nobody's going to bring drama here, because I'm the only person that brings drama, and this is my show. Like, I'm the one hosting this fashion show, so nobody can bring drama. And that's what those are things she said in her confessional, not in front of the ladies. So they showed the lady, and almost all the ladies said the same thing. And Iyabo Ojo was like, what? Say what? You're going to throw who out of which house? And the ladies were not feeling the fact that Miriam said if anybody messes up in her house, she's going to throw the person out, that she doesn't want drama and all of that. And Laura was like, just allow people to have fun. Come to your house, have fun, no matter what happens. Stop saying you're going to throw people out of the house and all of that. Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. So Laura, Miriam, and Tiana started. Okay, that was then before the gossip that I already told you. She invited them before the gossip. So now there's gossip that other people did hear about, which I believe they're going to get to hear about. So the next episode is going to be hot. Okay. Yeah, and Tiana said she's going to watch out for her friend. And the next, they showed Miriam's house. Tima's house is beautiful. Miriam Tima's house is massive. She lives in a mansion. Like, all the ladies are just serving it hot. Like I told you when we did the first review, I told you that all the ladies' houses are so good, look so good. That a lot of them are giving this white, and this white, like the house is always white. I've not seen anybody that the person's house is different color, although the decoration inside is always different. Some of them have like a lot of gold, some have like black and white themes, some have like what are they called? This kind of nude colors and stuff like that. But Miriam's house is so cool. Ah, goodness me. The interior, like, they nailed it. I don't know how to explain it to you, but the house is just massive. The decoration, everything inside is top notch, and it's like up, down, and from the top you can see people in the sitting room area and all of that. Like I told you earlier, I think she has a daughter. I've seen one of her child and her husband. She's married to a Caucasian. I think, I don't know what country he's from, but Miriam Tima's husband is a white guy, and her daughter is half caste. So it's mixed. So yeah. I just feel like they both did fantastic job in their house. The decoration in their house, I really love it. So they show the ladies in Miriam's house all seated in this long, massive, nice dining table with everything looking good, waiting for someone. I guess guess who walked in late? Caroline is always late to every event. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose or it's just her, like she's always late. So she came in late, And then they showed, I think Iyabo Ojo, someone saying it was rude. I don't know if it's the person coming late that was rude or somebody said something on the dining table that was rude. Then they showed Choma. Choma was complaining that I think Laura, someone was complaining about the food. This food is not so good. This is not great. This one is not that one. That you don't do that. That you don't go to someone's house and condemn their food. You know, someone invites you to their house, you know, invites you to the home, and whatever kind of meal they serve you, that you're not supposed to complain about it. You know, like that she was just complaining and complaining and complaining. Now, mind you, you know that these ladies, they're always at the neck of each other. So we will see it play out. So get ready. If you have not subscribed, do so. Turn on your notification bell because we will be dissecting and analyzing episode 7. I told you from episode 5, maybe from episode 4, that it is getting hot and hot and hotter and hotter and hotter until it's going to explode. So imagine how hot this episode was. And a lot of gossip is in this episode 6. A lot of this one said, that one said it, but they've not all really met to trash it out. They met in Laura's event, but I guess that was not a conducive of which Iyabo Ojo walked the runway. She walked with her daughter, so she was not sitting with them, and they were just sitting there talking. They didn't want to embarrass themselves in presence of other people watching the fashion show. So that was not like a place where they were all alone together. That's the kind of places where they like to sort out their beefs. So I'm thinking that something is going to happen in Miriam's house, because Miriam has spoken a lot, and Miriam came in with full force and fire. Miriam wanted to be noticed. Miriam wanted people to know that she's there. She's now here. Miriam is trying to act like she's the boss lady. Miriam is trying to take the drama queen from Laura. The position, like so much is just going on. So I believe a lot is going to happen in Miriam's home. So let's wait and see. So anyways, after that, they showed them in a kind of a vehicle. I don't know where they were going, but Laura, what do I say? Why do I keep saying Laura? Choma and Caroline were sitting, and they were wearing like a red t-shirt with something printed. Again, maybe they were supporting someone's business or promoting something, but they were wearing like dress to kind of match, kind of very casual. I think they were like on jeans and like red t-shirt and white or something right up. So I guess they were promoting something. We will get to find out in the next episode, of which they always show the glimpse at the end of every episode. So they were showing us what's going to happen in the next episode. So Caroline was really fired up in the car. She was complaining of how what's going on, why the ladies are, you know, so much that she had to say. And she talked about Laura's fashion show, and she bashed the show, that we went to that show that we don't even know what they were doing or what, like. So I think someone did something to Caroline that really got Caroline fired up. Like Caroline was really complaining to Choma in the vehicle, and that was it. So let us watch out and see what's going to happen in the next episode. I told you guys we're going to try to finish this before it is an hour, okay? So I tried to really run down this episode 6 fast as I could, okay? Because I'm home, for one reason, I'm home alone with my little one, and I didn't want her to scream so much into this, so you people can watch and hear me and understand what is going on. Okay, so yeah, that being said, thank you so much, Elegant, for stopping by. Thank you to each and every one of you that popped in. I know I saw some of you popping in and out, but you didn't get to say hello or anything to me, so I do not know who are the persons that came in. Anyways, thank you also very much. Till next time, when we are going to analyze and dissect the next episode. That's me signing out. Bye everyone. Bye. I have my little one here. I hope you understand, being a content creator and you are a mom, I have to do this sometimes, sit here, do my job, or else I'll be procrastinating. That's why I'm not always here on Fridays to kind of dissect the show. So if you are a mom, you understand, you know how it is when you don't have anyone to watch the kids, but you still have to do your job, okay? We're not going to let that, okay? We're not going to use that as an excuse. It's okay because I'm a mom, I couldn't do this, I couldn't achieve this, I couldn't achieve this. Whatever goal you've set for yourself, be as you're a mom, do it. If you decide I'm going to school, I'm going to read, I'm going to do that, wake up after you put the kids to bed, grab your book and start reading. Do everything you can, okay? Because I know it is not easy sometimes, okay? I have her here, right now, with me. So I'm trying to multitask, be a content creator, be a YouTuber. So if you're watching this, please subscribe, show some love, okay? Thank you. Bye, Elegance. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful. Thank you for stopping by. God bless you. We are three here. The other person, I don't know who else is here with us. Thank you. I know some of you love to just watch and not say anything. But yeah, if you're wondering how to watch the show, if you're interested, Real Housewives of Lagos, it's only on Showmax. You have to download the app and subscribe to it, just as you subscribe to your, let's say, DSTV, Netflix, Amazon Prime time, Amazon Prime or Amazon Premium. All these stuffs that you subscribe to is the same way. Just download and then do your subscription, and that's how you can follow along. So that being said, this will be it for us. Enjoy watching, and once more I apologize. When we started, I had to move around, change position, and before I had to sit down, also trying to fix my little one before I can start talking, so it took a little bit time. So thank you all so very much. Bye everyone. Bye 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 bye. Have a nice day. Bye. Yeah.